Imagine being a student in Washington who goes to school on Friday and discovers over the weekend that the place you called home is no longer available. By Monday morning, you may be sleeping in a motel, staying temporarily with relatives, living in a shelter, or facing another unstable housing situation. Your address has changed. Your need for education has not.
The question facing families and school districts is immediate. How does that student get back to school? This is where the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act becomes critically important. In Washington state, the Washington Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction, known as OSPI, administers the state's McKinney-Vento program. The law provides important educational protections for eligible students who lack a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence. Homelessness under McKinney-Vento does not only describe someone living on the street. It can include a student temporarily sharing housing with another family after losing a home, staying in a motel because no permanent housing is available, living in an emergency or transitional shelter, or sleeping in a car, RV, campground, or another location that was never designed to be permanent housing. It can also include unaccompanied youth who lack stable housing. For these students, educational continuity can become extraordinarily difficult when temporary housing places them far from the school they previously attended. McKinney-Vento protections can allow eligible students to remain at their school of origin when that placement is determined to be in their best interest. That protection creates an unavoidable operational question. Who gets the student there? A traditional school bus route may not reach the student's temporary address. The student may now be living in another city or school district. Individual circumstances may require specialized transportation that cannot reasonably be incorporated into an existing route. Transportation, therefore, becomes more than a scheduling issue. It becomes part of protecting access to education. Beyond Ride is responding to this challenge by expanding specialized student transportation services for Washington school districts. The company is preparing to support districts that require transportation for McKinney-Vento students, special education students, foster care students, wheelchair users, students requiring individual transportation, and students whose temporary circumstances require out-of-district or specialized routes. Beyond Ride's role is not to replace existing school transportation systems. Its purpose is to provide districts with an additional transportation resource for situations in which conventional routes cannot adequately address an individual student's circumstances. That distinction matters. When a student suddenly moves outside a normal transportation boundary, the solution should not require the student's education to become another casualty of housing instability. Consider what school represents to a child experiencing homelessness. The student's sleeping location may change. The family's financial circumstances may change. The people surrounding that student may change. The school can remain one of the few familiar institutions in that child's life. The same teachers can remain. The same classmates can remain. The same counselor, classroom, routine, and educational support system can remain. Reliable transportation can help make that continuity possible.
Beyond Ride is seeking conversations with Washington School District transportation directors, McKinney-Vento liaisons, special education leaders, student services departments, operations administrators, foster care liaisons, and procurement teams. The company intends to pursue approved vendor relationships and district-authorized transportation opportunities for McKinney-Vento, one-on-one, wheelchair-accessible, special education, foster care, overflow, out-of-district, summer school, and extended school year transportation. The objective is to establish transportation resources before an urgent situation leaves a district searching for an immediate solution.